Welcome back to this week's podcast and YouTube Live. Man, it's been a busy week. I don't know about y'all, but tomorrow is is the big turkey gobble gobble day. Man, it might be the last time I'll be able to fit in this boat. So let's get to it. What y'all been up to this week? So welcome back to the waterfowl den. Man, who else is busy getting ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow? Y'all, it is 8 o'clock. And literally 10 minutes ago, my mother called and she said, "Hey, you're going live." I'm like, "Oh, I forgot about that." I actually forgot tonight was Wednesday. Like, I ain't even ate yet. Um, my wife got this idea to put shelving upstairs, and for the past 2 hours, I have been putting shelves together. So I literally got done and said, "Hey, I'm fixing to get me a hamburger." When the phone call came in, totally blew my mind. Totally forgot today was Wednesday. The whole week has just been crazy. Um, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. So this week in South Carolina is waterfowl season for us. So we are today's Wednesday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're 5 days in on the first opening of waterfowl season, and out of Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I've got one bird. One. It has been a rough start to the season. So hopefully, y'all season has been better than mine for sure. Uh, Spent 2 days going to the coast, and if you never hunted the coast, we talked about it last week when I had the guys on. One thing about the coast, you have to prepare yourself for tidal water. So there's that, and the fact that it is public land. So you have to beat the guy there, or gal, but you have to beat the other hunter to your hole. So Friday night, I picked my buddy up at 11:30 on Friday night. We head to the coast. That's 3 hours. We get to the coast. Um, we put in. Plus, we're kayak hunting, so we put in. We kayak out. We find our spot. We put out our decoys. We eat yesterday's hamburgers. Um, Getting ready. Beautiful sunrise. One bird flew in. There was four of us. One bird flew in, and two of them missed. I didn't even raise my gun. Later on, a merganser flew in. Now these are the red-breasted merganser. Flew into the decoys at least 40 yards out because we had our teal first, and then the divers. Um, I water swatted, and I missed. Like, y'all, I don't know. You look at the shot cam, and it is bird explosion of water. I mean, it is just now. Granted, 75-90% of the body is up under the water. When they're on, when you're water swatting, let's look at this. Let's say this is the bird, and they're sitting in the water. A merganser, that's about all you see is about their head. So if you don't get, now granted, this ain't a merganser, that's a ruddy, but if you don't get a vital organ, yeah, it's not going to happen. So that was the only shot that I took. And then comes Sunday. Sunday, we're going to the coast again, a different spot. We went from the upper to the lower, and we getting down there Sunday, and we're probably a mile, 2 miles from the boat ramp. And I knew it was going to be a bad day because the fog was thick. Some people say, "Hey, we do good when it's hunting fog." I've been hunting. This is my 6th year of waterfowl hunting, and to this day, I have not had a successful fog hunt. Every single time, I never see anything. I mean, so the fog was super, super thick. Um, by the time the fog blew away, the sun was already up. It was probably 30 minutes or an hour after sunrise. Um, the only birds we saw, now we saw birds. They were teal, but they were a mile and a half high. They were up there with the airplanes, and they looked like they were migrating. They were everywhere, but I mean, it would have took a rocket to take one of them jokers out. Um, so another day of uselessness. So Monday rolls around, and I go down to one of our local spots, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired. Oh, wait. Let me back it up one step. So Saturday, I said we went to the coast. We went hunting. I drove all the way back, 3 hours. I got out of the truck, went in, took a shower, and got back into another truck to go watch Carolina Gamecocks play at 4 o'clock kickoff. So then after the football game, come home, get into bed, and I think I got up at like 1 o'clock to go Sunday, which was super, super foggy. So Sunday rolled around. I was ready to go Monday, and I was like, you know what? 2 days of like zero sleep and getting up. I'm really too old for that for sure. It ain't them lame cops. Hey Jeff, Mike, you know them Gamecocks gonna win this weekend, don't you? But Monday rolls around, and I'm like, hey, I'm not getting up early. I don't care if I have to hunt from the truck. So when I pulled up, there was absolutely nobody there, and I thought, well, one of two things: I'm on the wrong date, or there's been zero birds. So, and that was almost the case. One bird flew in and got it on the passing shot, and that is after 3 days of hunting one bird and probably I don't even know what would that be 700 miles of traveling. So it's been a rough start, but I think the weather is about to change. Jeff, I hope you definitely getting some rain out there where you. I saw where the west coast middle of the country is definitely getting some rain, which is much needed. So right now, it looks like Louisiana, Indiana's maybe getting snowed. This is where that cold front's coming in for Thanksgiving Day. Um, we got a chance of storms tomorrow, um, possibly bad weather tomorrow, but who knows? All I know is about 30, 40 minutes ago, my phone got a wind advisory, and I was hoping to go in the morning before going to fill my belly up with dressing and turkey. Um, maybe the wind will be good, but I know over tonight it is supposed to be really cold here in the south. And I hope that it will push some birds. Only time will tell. I mean, at this point, uh, I don't want to go on a limb and say it probably can't get no worse, but it could. But if I wake up and it is sideways blowing wind tomorrow and it's raining, I'm going to stay in the bed. I'm not that dedicated. Maybe come this weekend, but the plans are this weekend we're going hunting Friday and Saturday. Saturday the season goes out. Um, we are going to chase them birds. So Mike said he's going to go chase a deer. He names his deers, and he's been chasing this one deer. finally showed back up on camera, and now he's got every itch to be in the woods, and I don't blame him. He's got a pretty nice horse. So good luck to you, buddy. Aim straight, don't miss. So what y'all been up to this week? How many of y'all gonna eat more than you should tomorrow? Today may be the last day that some of y'all fit in your waders. I'm just gonna put that out. Just gonna put it out there. Today might be the last day that some of y'all get into your waders. Just remember, don't eat too much. Jeff says it's getting cold. 15s for the low tomorrow. Until next Wednesday, we are in our last days before freeze up. Jeff, I hope that is true because I am coming out to Oklahoma in about a week and a half to do some hunting, and I hope it's cold. I hope there's a push. I'm hoping for my pintail. All I want is that pintail. And I know that I'm going to shoot a pintail, and it's going to be a hen, or I'm going to be lucky and shoot the back twig off of that joker. That's kind of luck that I feel like I'm going to have. But I'm hoping for a pintail. Really would like to take scratch off a widgeon too while I'm out there, but hey, I'm not gonna be greedy. Just a pintail. So, like I said, Friday we hope to go hit up some wood ducks. Maybe see how they are doing. Possibly Saturday we're gonna go maybe back towards the coast. Maybe change it up a little bit down there at Lake. Man, I gotta pee. So can't give out my secrets, but hopefully that's where we're going. Hopefully there ain't no fog, man. That's one of them things you leave the house and I got a pond in the front yard. That is usually a good telltale sign to look at when I go hunting. You know, if I go out the front porch and I can't see the pond, I pretty much know it's going to be a bad day. But sometimes when you drive 3 hours, that's kind of a little hard to tell. But hey, it's all about hunting. You can't hit your limit every single time. So Jeff says Kansas is loaded. Man, I hope so. I'm actually going to Atlas, Oklahoma. It's somewhere down near the state line of Texas, a little bit below Oklahoma City, maybe Lake Texoma, somewhere around in there, Springer area. So I don't know what to expect. I know that they get a good bit of sandhill cranes there also. So I don't know. I ain't never hunted sandhill cranes. That'd be very, very, very interesting to see how that is. I know that when we go, it's going to be a combination of whatever is flying that day. So, you know, we may be duck hunting, we might be getting specks, we might be geese, it might be sandhill cranes. Who knows? But that's the plan for sure, is to go and have fun. And then we're cutting back through Reelfoot Lake, Tennessee. So, I'm going to have about 5 days of hunting, 7 days total. So maybe some good eating. That's what I'm talking about. Get a pintail and some good eating. That's a win-win combination for me. So I know a few of you have been on the channel for some time and have seen the live deer camera that I have out in the yard. I am going to try a new adventure. Always trying to make my YouTube better. And if y'all know, it was just a couple weeks ago that I was doing the 10K giveaway of prizes. We had that on the air live when my wife joined me 2 weeks ago. And when we joined, we were at 11,000. As of yesterday, we hit 12,000, and right now it's 12,000. 73. So I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. I appreciate every one of you sharing the word, sharing the story. It was pretty awesome. Keith sent me a text today and said a customer called and wanted to order some shells, and he said he heard it on my YouTube channel. He said I don't remember his name, but it was that one that had that really southern accent. So when I look at the places where my YouTube is viewed at and where the podcast is played, it literally blows my mind. Like New Zealand, Russia, Chicago, Detroit. I mean, like there is some crazy places that Australia. I mean, somebody's tuning in. They got to be like, what in the world is he? He just makes up words. And Mike created a word for me. It's randomism. It's just make up a word. But sadly, when I make up a word, somebody understands what I'm saying. So we continue on. So my buddy Mike Green said he's almost at 400 subscribers. It took me 1 year. It might have been a year and a half to get my first 1,000 so I could get monetized. And it's just been racking and racking and racking. It's a lot of work, but it's how it goes. Hopefully, y'all seen the video last week. It came out last Saturday, and then part 2 of I don't even know how many. Part 2 is coming out this Saturday. It was Salt Creek's new duplex of TSS and steel. And let me tell you, oh my gosh, it is amazing. Like, I thought my hand load was decent, which in the air flying, it is a killer shell. Water swatting, I am like 2 for 0, or would that be 0 for 2? Yeah, 0 for 2 on water swats. Even like a cleanup. I don't know if it's the steel hitting and then they diving before the TSS or the TS. I don't know what it is, but that shell that I designed is 100% useless for water swatting. But in the air, my gosh, that TSS is brutal. But Keith came up with this new 3-inch. Mine is a 2 3/4. His is a 3-inch. Mine is 5 16 load. His is 1 1/8 ounce load. And let me tell you, night and day difference between what I loaded. Like, I told him after what y'all saw last week, I told him to go ahead and put it on the website. But the wads are on randomism. That's right. So the wads are on back order. So he can't mass produce these shells yet. But let me tell y'all, oh my gosh, it is amazing. And y'all hear me talk all the time. I'm always on his bismuth. So the night bot, that was funny. I could do that all night. Stop spamming. Caps warning. So I have a night bot who monitors the chats, especially with the deer channel, so that nobody gets on there and cussing, saying stuff, and that night bot monitors. So Mike, it gave you a warning for writing in all capitalism. I don't know if it took your comment down there, but that's funny. But sometimes, like Donald Trump, he gets on them squirrel moments and just goes way over here and comes back. I relate to him on that because I was talking about the deer camera and I went over here and now I'm coming back. So on the deer camera and this setup here is pretty awesome now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still learning. By all means, I'm still learning, but look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I got 2 cameras set up. I got 2 screens here, a screen that I'm looking at, so I can now monitor everything and look at the camera and make y'all feel more welcomed. So I hope y'all are welcome. So here's a hug from the dope boat. But with that being said, the camera that's set up in the woods took a lot to get going. I mean, a lot to get going. So I feel like I got all the kinks that worked out of it, and I'm working on a new live. So I will be streaming 2 lives pretty much 24/7 after I get the second one put up. I tested it in a controlled local environment, and like I told y'all before, I got 20 plus years of IT experience. That's what I pretty much do every day. And yeah, I got my butt kicked for a second time. Like, whew. So on my next adventure, I hold in my hand the brain of the operation, which is a Raspberry Pi 5. So if you don't know what a Raspberry is, it's a miniature computer. It's mostly made for, like programming. You can run their version of an OS, which is kind of like Linux on it. You could do a lot of stuff with these. A lot of schools program robots with them and stuff. Pretty cheap too. Like the whole kit, everything you ever need, like $140. Power supply, like everything. So I got my second camera in. I wanted to try this because this consumes way less power than my other setup. This takes a Type C, kind of like a your cell phone charger, and super this would be like a Roku streaming device, something real light powered. Doesn't require a screen. So with this, I am going to stream a live camera, and I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but different area. So when I got it, it comes with the OS built on it, and it's got an SD card in the bottom here. I slid it in, I booted it up. Well, I corrupted the OS. Then it went to blinking. I had to download the OS again, format it, install another piece of software on it. 2 days later, I finally got it working. So with that being said, we now have the second one up and going. So maybe this weekend, maybe possibly tomorrow, depends on how bad it's raining. I might can get this mounted up, but I got some big plans for this one, and I hope people tune in like they do the deer and enjoy the sound. This one's going to have sound just like the deer. But yeah, so very interesting. It has instructions on how to set all that up, and that's not the hard part. The hard part is actually trying to stream 2 live streams at the exact time on YouTube. So there's that. I am currently using StreamYard and OBS to do this that we're talking on tonight. So if anybody ever wondered, allowing me to stream up to StreamYard, and then StreamYard is pushing it to y'all. So y'all are on one of 3 streaming places. You're either on Facebook watching this, on YouTube watching this, or on Twitch. So you're watching from one of these 3 places. And then after that, I download the audio, and that becomes a podcast. So if you listen to podcasts, you're on iHeart, Pandora, Apple, Google, YouTube. I think it's Streambox or Candle. There's some other one. There's a bunch of places that my streaming goes to. So if you could help me out, if you stream anything, follow on any of them places, Spotify, follow. That would definitely help me. on my Adventure On podcast. Now, granted, it's going to be the exact same what you're hearing tonight, but if you ever on a trip and you miss an episode or something, you can at least listen as you travel. Now, it might put you to sleep, so if you fall asleep and put it in the ditch, that's not my fault. Hopefully, I motivate you to stay awake. So, what y'all got going on this week? I know what Mike's got going on this week because he's going to be with me Friday and Saturday. And then Saturday about 12 o'clock, his team's got a date with my team, and his team going to lose. That's all. I'm just going to say, go Gamecocks. So, Jeff, do you watch any college football? I know it's going to take a couple minutes by the time you hear it and comment, but so in South Carolina we have three football. Well, we have more than three, but we have two major football teams and probably two semi-major. So you got Carolina, you got Clemson, which are the two top. Then you got the Citadel and the Chanticleers, how you say that? That's an off branch of the Gamecocks. At one time, they're like a sister college, so that's why they have the rooster also. But Clemson and Carolina are both ranked. If you look at it statistic-wise, and I know some of these Clemson fans are going to be like, well, we beat y'all 556,000 times in the past, and all of them was way before I was ever born. But when Clemson plays Carolina Saturday, that's going to be Clemson's second hardest team they played. And when Carolina plays Saturday, Clemson is going to be the seventh hardest team they have played. So I'm just going to put it out there. Just put it out there. Mike, we can do a what they call that, it's not really a bet, but they call it a gentleman's something. If Clemson wins, I'll change my profile picture to a tiger paw, and if Gamecocks win, you can change yours to a Gamecock. If you want to take that deal, we can put it on paper tonight. I put it out to another Clemson fan of mine, and he backed out real quick. But he also lost in the past, so there's always that. Gentleman's pick. Yep, I knew it was gentleman's something. So a no fee gentleman's pick. Let's see if he takes me up on it. So looking at the weather, like I said, it was already rolling in pretty good already, y'all. Like I said, I've been looking at the weather for a couple days. It's either going to do one thing, just for the weekend. All right, that's the deal. Just for the weekend. That would be Saturday to Sunday, and you can't change it to Monday morning. So Saturday after the game, Monday morning. All right, we'll shake on it. Or pinky promise. Man, I hope I don't have to change my profile picture. Oh, I didn't mute. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll see how it goes. I do hope that we get some cooler temperatures in. I'm going to throw this up on the screen here. Share screen. I'm still getting used to this setup, y'all. I'm telling you, this is got a lot going on in the boat. Need a bigger boat. Here we go. I was looking out in Oklahoma. 38 degrees right now in Oklahoma. That's what Jeff's saying. It was going to be cold. Whew. A couple of low days there for sure. Um, Currently, like I said, there's some rain and snow up in here. Give it a second to load up. So St. Louis area, some cold snow's coming. It's looking like maybe up towards New York and stuff. Washington's definitely going to get some snow. Um, I really hope that we get some. And here is that wind advisory that I was talking about earlier. This wind advisory is for the next 20 hours. So you can see right here that this is already starting to form in Memphis. So this column is where it's going to be rocking and rolling tomorrow. So if y'all are definitely going out tomorrow, before you go eat, you may want to put your life jacket on for 100%. People are want you at the Thanksgiving table. So definitely be safe tomorrow if you're going out hunting before going to eat. So let's zoom in here and look at some weather. What is the next couple days going to bring? Right in the middle of the state. So right now it is 54 degrees, and the next couple days we're going to have some pretty good cold temperatures. And this right here is what makes a duck hunter's temperature boil. Like I said earlier, Saturday is our last day. What happens on Sunday and Monday? Oh, look at that. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's freezing. So all these little ponds are going to be cold, frozen, frozen, frozen. So the birds are going to be looking for that water, and it's out of season. That's how it goes. It's literally going to be out of season when it gets really cold. So that's how it always is. The hunter, the day he decides to sleep in is the day that big old buck shows up on camera. Yeah, Jeff, it's going to rain at the Macy's parade tomorrow. Side note, during the Macy's parade, the South Carolina Gamecocks band is going to be performing somewhere down the line. So I don't know what time you might could catch that, but yeah, the Thanksgiving Macy's parade is always something we watched growing up, and the kids enjoy it. Uh, with that wind, sometimes they can't let them big old balloons fly. So hopefully it don't ruin it for everybody. I hope the wind definitely stays down. So Little Water is gone. They already pulled one blind tonight, freezing up fast. I can believe it, Jeff. I can believe it. How much longer y'all got of y'all season? Um, how much longer before? Do y'all have a continuation or is it a split? Give them a couple minutes to answer that. Um, what's everybody's idea of Thanksgiving? Do you want the food or you want the desserts? Me personally, I only look for two things for Thanksgiving: my mama's dressing and my wife's dessert. Other than that, I don't care about nothing else. You can keep them stinking eggs. I don't eat no deviled eggs. I don't eat no potato salad. Ugh, can't do it. I might be country, but I ain't that country. So, what's something y'all look forward to? Is it cold turkey? Do you like it warm? Is it smoked? Is it fried? How do y'all eat y'all's Thanksgiving? Um, is it a ham? What's if you had to pick one thing for food and one thing for dessert? Which one would y'all pick? Mine is dressing, and my wife's cherry. I don't even know what you call that thing. In my head, I want to sing "Sweet Cherry Pie." but that's not what it is. It's a circle that kind of looks like a pizza, and it's made out of it ain't crescent rolls. It's kind of like pizza. And she cuts it and got cherries on it and bakes it. Oh man. But she cooks it or bakes it, and people like it hot. I always cut mine before I eat supper and then go put it in the freezer. I love mine cold. And she was like, that's the craziest thing ever. And then she tried it one day and was like, that's not that bad. I really, really enjoy it cold. So Jeff says early zone closes the 15th of December. The late zone is January 5th. We had no split. Well, I hope y'all get some soon. That's for sure. It's miserable when you're cold and you're not getting birds. One of the two. So hopefully you're getting some to make it worth going out there and fighting the cold for. Turkey sandwich and ice cream with pumpkin pie. Now I love some pumpkin pie too. Now I ain't gonna lie, pumpkin and sweet potato. They both are really good. The ice cream on top is always a plus. So, Jeff, do you like the turkey sandwich the day of or leftover the next couple of days turkey sandwich? And when you say turkey sandwich, let's clear it up. What type of mayonnaise? If it ain't Duke's, it ain't mayonnaise. I hope you ain't a Miracle Whip kind of guy. It'll take them a couple minutes to process all that because there is a delay. Like I said earlier, it takes this video, sends it up to the cloud, who knows where, and then it pushes it out to each streaming place and then back down to where y'all currently are. So there is a 20, 30, sometimes up to a minute delay. So it's always when you ask a question, you got to wait a minute. Leftover real mayonnaise. Man, they ain't nothing like some Duke mayonnaise. I'm sorry. If y'all listening, y'all got Miracle Whip, man, y'all ain't from the South. That's almost like some sweet tea. If you hadn't had sweet tea from the South, the rest is just toilet bowl water. I would, if I don't have sweet tea from the South, I just drink water. There ain't none of that undecaf and unsweet tea. Woo! Come to the South where there's 2 cups of sugar. you get diabetes. You get diabetes real quick. Well, I hope y'all have a good Thanksgiving. I know that the hustle and bustle of Thanksgiving has already started. Trust me, I am in it myself. We got 92 places to go. Okra, man, tell me it's fried. Tell me it's got to be fried okra. I'm not a big okra fan, especially if it's just like gummy, soft, steamed. But fried okra is pretty good. Got that cornbread on the outside of it. Man. And I don't know about you, Jeff, but some fried squash. I know I ain't going to have no fried squash on no Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims didn't have no fried squash for their Thanksgiving meal. But man, if we had some fried squash with some ranch, woo! Yeah, like I said some of y'all today might be the last time you fit in your waders. Heck, I might be speaking for myself. So Jeff brought up an interesting point there. And the stuffing. Do you want stuffing or do you want mashed potatoes? Because I'm going to take mashed potatoes and gravy. So I know that it's a big debate. Do you have stuffing or do you have mashed potatoes? Because people say, well, I want stuffing because it's rare. Well, is it rare because nobody eats it? Because if that's the case, we should make stuffing all the time and everybody would like it. But see, we got mashed potatoes all the time, and it's always around because everybody loves mashed potatoes. So which one is it? Is it stuffing or is it mashed potatoes? Which one do y'all like? I like some mashed potatoes and some gravy. Oh man, Jeff, you talking about grilled squash? Man, I'm talking about like deep fried squash. We got a place. We got a place locally. They get them that squash cut just right, and it's breaded on both sides. Oh my! I'm telling you, I'm almost ready to end this podcast and go get some now. That's how good it is. I wonder if they open. I wonder what time. Oh man, it's almost 9 o'clock. I know they ain't open. But if they were open, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, that fried squash is beyond amazing. So, well, I know it's been a short one today. I got some interesting people coming on in the next couple weeks. I don't know how I'm going to process uh, my lives over the next 2 weeks with the traveling and hunting, but definitely keep tuning in on Wednesdays. Wednesday is 8 o'clock. We're still going to do something. I don't know if it's going to be in studio, out of studio. I don't know yet. It's definitely going to be interesting the next 2 weeks for sure. But gravy over everything, turkey and all. That's what I'm talking about. Man, oh man. Some gravy on some rice, on some dove. That's how you eat some dove. I think the question is stuffing or dressing. Dressing is my favorite. Second favorite is the kid pulling the old wishbone. Yeah, the kids are already talking about. Well, how do you know which wishbone? And if you don't know what she's talking about, um, all my life the wishbone, turkey bone, you pull it. Whoever got the bigger piece where it splits, they get a wish, and they won for that year. Um, my kids have been doing it for all their life. So now both of them got very competitive with it. So who knows who's going to win this year? There's always a toss up. I always thought that you want to hold your thumb up higher and bend it. I tried that and lost plenty of times before. I tried all the way down at the bottom. I think it's just a 50-50 luck of how the chips fall. But the kids really enjoy it, so us adults always like it too. So, like I said, as everybody's traveling, be careful out there, especially if you're going through some snow, stuff like that. Uh, leave a little early. I I know tonight, which if you're one of these people, you're not watching because you're out partying. A lot of DUIs, a lot of drunk drivers are on the road tonight because a lot of people come in to their families a day early and they like to go celebrate and they like to get drunk. And some of y'all will be, well, not like I said, not none of y'all in this group, but there are some people, somebody you're going to know is going to be sleeping on a cement pillow tonight. So, um, do you dry out your wishbone first? Yes. She dries it out. Mama does it. She puts it usually in the window. I would say that it was air dried. Uh, yeah, she dries it out. No, it's not out of the bird. Her turkey is probably already cooked. It's already probably separated. It's already ready to go on the plate. But no, she takes it out and puts it in the window. Well, obviously she washes it first, but then takes it and puts it in the window to dry out. Never tried it right out of the bird, so we don't do too many fried turkeys. As my side of the family, we don't do fried turkeys. My wife's side of the family sometimes does fried turkeys. Um, I don't know if my kids ever tried a straight out of the bird fried. That would be interesting. You hated to wait for it when it was dry when you was younger. Yeah. Well, I was the only child, so I had to wait Thanksgiving to have somebody to compete with. I couldn't do it myself. So I mean, well, I mean, I would have won regardless. But yeah, I always had to wait too. It was always something. You walk past the kitchen, see it in the window, drying out, anticipating you were going to win, and most of the time you lost. So that's how it goes. But hopefully, some of y'all in South Carolina that's watching this, y'all have a good. Oh, mercy, Jeff, 5 of you. Woo. So I got 2 kids. I don't know how anybody today's economy could raise 5 kids. But yeah, it definitely a different time. So I don't know how old you are, Jeff. I'm assuming probably about my age in the wisdom years. I got a couple more days left on the No Shade November. Oh wait, let's if I'm going to do it, we're going to do it right here. Look at that. Look at that. No Shade November. Man, even to do it correctly. This is the technology that I'm playing with now. Like I lost my mouse. It's on one of these screens. Where did my mouse go? Get back over here. So with this cool new technology, I still got like a flicker on that one camera. But look at this. Oh yeah, Jeff, you're a little bit older. I'm in my 40s. But when I zoom in, I want y'all to see that great. Oh, that was tilt. Sorry, wrong way. Wrong way. I'm still going the wrong way. See, I'm still learning. Whoa, ludicrous speed. Stop. Let it focus. Like I said, I got something funky going on with that. Look at that gray. Look at that wisdom. Man, let's get out of that wisdom right there, boy. I'm telling you, that makes you feel old. Makes you feel like them duck hunting days are getting definitely getting harder. Take them extra ibuprofens. So we had a couple more people join. Yeah, Jeff, I'm only in my mid 40s. Mid 40s, man. I would be tipping my beard if I didn't shave for them. I mean, I did. That's all I got, Jeff. That's all I got. And if I shave, trim up, this section right here almost goes non-existent because it's so super white. So, but I got a couple of days of No Shave November, and during my No Shave November, I always take up money for. This year, I'm doing Samaritan's Purse. It's where I'm taking up money. People have sent me some money, but I also there's people on here that don't know me, never met me, and be like, "Hey, I'm not sending him money," and that's okay. Donate to your church, your local youth, your school, rec center, Samaritan's Purse, Red Cross, whatever you want to donate in the honor of No Shave November. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for anybody to say, hey, I'm going to send him 20, 50 bucks. That is okay that you don't have to send it to me. Just send it somewhere in honor of No Shave November, because I am so, oh my gosh, it is so prickly and I am ready to trim up. So, but I can't. I got, what is day? I think we got 4 more days of November, something like that. 1, 2, 3. Got 3 days left, and then I could trim up. So definitely, I asked that make a difference for Thanksgiving. Donate. Jeff, I appreciate you volunteering at the shelter. Yes, especially in them cold times right now. I'm sure they are overwhelmed. So as you volunteer, say, hey, this is for RD's No Shave November, and it makes the cause worth something. Because I can promise you, the woman that is typing in here, that's my mother, she can't stand it. So I'm sure she's ready to see it trimmed up. The wife eventually be like, you got to trim some of that up too. So come here about 4 days. we'll get rid of some of that white and grayness out of it. Yeah, I am too far gone now to even try hair club for men or some kind of, you know, putting some black into it, because it wouldn't be something's different. You change something, you look a little, no, it would be going from so much white to dark. Everybody know that I would be putting color in it, so it would be 100% useless. 100% useless. But I ain't gonna lie, I wish right here was a little bit darker, but hey, rather it grow than fall out. So there's that. Well, I appreciate each one of y'all tuning in tonight. Like I said, go enjoy your family. Um, it's gonna be chaotic. There's gonna be stress. So try not to get too stressed. And maybe I'm just speaking out for myself. Uh, do as I say, not as I do. Is that what they always say? But you know, holidays are always difficulty for everybody, stressful. The ones cleaning, cooking, the ones that have lost so many loved ones this year. Try to remember, like, the hurricane victims. Y'all, if you following that on YouTube, them people are still finding people from that floods in North Carolina and Tennessee. Like the other day, I watched a video. They found 14 people, and it's been like 2 months, a month and a half. Hey, Jeff, I meant Jay. Happy Thanksgiving, you too. It's been months, and they are still finding people. There's so many people out there that don't have heat. So, remember these people that lost loved ones over the holidays, because it's going to be stressful for them. Maybe give a phone call, reach out, text them, whatever. So, y'all be careful. Jeff, you have a good one. I hope to get them in the marsh, buddy. Man, I hope to get them in the marsh. So, I want each and every one of you to have a good Thanksgiving. Hey, like my wife's family always said, make sure you eat the dessert first, because you might not make the whole meal. So you don't want to die eating corn. You want to die eating something sweet. That's all I got to say. So, all right, y'all have a good Thanksgiving. I'll see y'all next Wednesday. Y'all be safe. Don't get cold. And here's a word from our sponsor. See y'all. Matthew Knight with Satura Investors out of Charlotte. There's the information. The link to his website is scrolling across the banner down at the bottom, and it's also in the description. Today's episode is about helping business owners and working professionals like you who share a passion for the outdoors, shooting sports, zeroing them in to their long-term financial goals. So if you need any information or contact or any other questions, contact Matthew. Also, go check out Salt Creek Ammo. This triple curl TSS is some of the best TSS I have ever shot. This is for waterfowl edition. It's made for waterfowl. So if you're going to shoot a species that you've been chasing for a long time, don't use no cheap ammo. You pay good money to go on a trip. You got great guns. Don't cheap out on cheap ammunition. This TSS is amazing. It's got number 7s, number 8s, and he has number 9s. So go check out saltcreekammo.com. Here you will find any kind of ammo you're looking for. He has custom loads, TSS in 10 gauge, 12 gauge, 20 gauge, low pressure ammunition. You got Predator ammunition, turkey ammunition, anything you're looking for, give Keith a call. Also to the channel, Kicks Industries, most people will know them as Kick Chokes, has came on board, and I have done a bunch of series lately on waterfowl choke tubes, turkey choke tubes, deer choke tubes. So go check out Kick's website for all of the chokes that can fit your guns. Flint Ridge Hauling Service, LLC, has partnered up with the channel. It is your go-to provider for all your hauling needs. They are not just any hauling service. They are an active DOT interstate hotshot hauling provider. Flint Ridge Service LLC prides itself in its reliable transportation services. This team ensures that your cargo is delivered safely and on time no matter the distance. Whether you need to transport goods across the county or state line, they have the capacity and the expertise to meet your hauling needs. Equipped with a smooth-riding 40-foot air-ride-equipped trailer and a max hauling capacity of 20,000 pounds, there's no load too big or too small that they can't handle. Look no further than Flint Ridge Hauling Service, LLC. All right, we'll see y'all next week. Tell them bye.
Bye.
What they need to do.
Subscribe.
That's what I'm talking about.